The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Detroit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? Blue way. Right there, 56. Hey, time. Wait.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Good job, D. Good job. That's what you want.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Ready? Flag. Flip. Like 56. Mike 56. Watch the play. Turn it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check it out, Reed. 30 seconds.
On third down, Winston. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Raiders nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready? 180. Wild Bill.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
Lamar Miller, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Lamar Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56 right there. Right? Hey, let's get the person. Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming.
From the 36, Winston toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. From the gun, Winston. He shakes it off. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Black 22. Black 54. Black 54. Take me up. Here we go.
Winston running the option left here. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Da-Heathin Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. An update from Denver, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Set.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Stafford now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Lions take the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Running right, Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
180. Second and 4 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Stafford trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They have to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Ebron's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
You got tight right there.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete to Brown, right side. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown. 79 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Good job, fellas.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Green, 17. Check 40.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. From the 39, Winston. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen,
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
The Lions take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Ready? Blue 16. Choose the mic. That's what I do.
On first down, Stafford here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Let's go, D.
On first down, Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
50 set, blue 60, hey, 22.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, we got to get this to learn.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
New set, 180.
Hey, here we go.
From the 36, Stafford. He's going to rifle one, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Switch. Check 37. Check 37.
Following the interception, Winston. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
On first down, it's Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Allen has it, left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
back, 25. Hey, stop.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check. Watch before. All day.
Flip.
Slam. Check safety. 66. Move now.
Follow.
26.
Here's Winston. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and they're...
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 17, Stafford. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Antonio Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Stop your whining.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. Yeah, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Flip. Get ready. Wait. We got double up. Off. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They go play action. Winston. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike's 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Chance. Let me go.
They'll throw again. Winston. It's caught by OBJ. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
5 on the 50.
Again, it's Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Let him go.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Raiders 35, Lions 27. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On first down, Miller. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check me out. Check me out.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Set, waiting.
52. 52's the mic. Rip right. Rip right. Bang.
Come on, hard, ready, move.
Bang, bang.
Hot.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check.
Zebra.
Check hot route. Hot.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Set, waiting.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
32.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 20. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So now here come the Lions up to go for two. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bud Dupree. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Stafford. That's complete into the hands of A.J. Derby. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Miller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Set! 180!
Pick and choose the mic. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for Oakland, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the